Hi, I'm Juliana Melendez, and I'm with Film Posers. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. I'm going to
Course.
jump right into it. What drew you towards the film? How did the process go when you were offered the role of Sam for Lucky?
Um, well, just like every other, well, I can't speak for every other actress because sometimes maybe they get roles just because, and that's awesome. I'd love to be like that one day. But I auditioned, I sent a voice memo over, and then they thought that I was a good match for Sam, which was great for me because, it's a great film. And I loved the idea of Sam's character. And I'm a huge fan of Peggy's work and of Keel's work, are a brilliant writer. And I thought, how amazing would it be to do my first animation with such an incredible team? And here we are now, and I'm pinching myself. So, yeah, the process was amazing. Everyone's was so kind and so thoughtful, and just doing our best to make an incredible project. And that's what we did.
It's awesome. And after having lived through her as a character as Sam, who do you think Sam Greenfield is?
I think Sam Greenfield is an exceptionally wonderful young woman. I think she is a human that is the epitome of love and generosity, and optimism. My God, if I had her optimism, that would be awesome. I could use some of that. I think she's just such a giver. The whole point of the movie is her finding luck for her friend, not for herself, who has bad
Mhm.
luck, but finding good luck for her friend, and that speaks volumes on the kind of person that she is.
Yeah, and touching on her optimism, which really just, permeates the entire movie and is kind of like the most inspirational part of it. Is there anything that inspired you particularly to tap into that role of being a super optimist and positive character when you were preparing for this?
Um, Not particularly. I think in any acting job, I mean, most of the work happens when you're doing it. Um, a lot of people, I didn't find that I needed to prep anything particularly for this role. I just had to make sure I had enough sleep and I showed up and there was water. I had a
Right.
very easy job actually, but yeah, I think for putting that energy into her voice, it's just, you know, if you close your eyes and said something, it's like, if you're just hearing it off sound, and that's the only kind of sensory thing that's available to you, how does that make you feel? So, and I had Peggy there to make sure that everything was coming out the way that she wanted it to. So it was definitely a collaborative process from start to finish. So it wasn't just one person doing all the work; it was everybody doing their best job. Um, yeah, to make it all happen.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can definitely like I was watching it again this morning and I was like, yeah, I it is so uplifting to hear such like a happy, positive voice in the character, not only from the mannerisms but like vocally. And I just found it really interesting comparing Sam to another character that you're known for playing, which is Eurydice on Hadestown.
Hmm.
I, for some reason, I just saw. Like I feel like there is a sort of similarity sometimes to the circumstances of these characters, but Sam is manages to stay hopeful within her circumstances, and as opposed to Eurydice, what was that like emotional whiplash? I guess
Yeah.
playing her.
Well, Eurydice dies. So there's
Spoiler.
yeah. The Greek myth has been available for thousands of years, but it's still a love story, and that's what I love about Hadestown too. Even though you might see the whole story, and it might be a sad story, the hopeful thing about it is that it is about love, and it is about yeah, it does hurt, but we sing it anyway.
Hmm.
There's a timelessness to like classic kind of story, and also just like a classic feeling of like being in love and loving something and hoping for something. um and you can't exist without duality. So in order to hope for something, you have to know what it feels like to lose something or to not have something. um and I think that balance is really played perfectly in Luck as well. Like, you have the
Hmm.
land of bad luck and good luck, and um it's nice to see a character that remains so hopeful despite us being like, oh my God, if all that happened to me in 5 minutes, I'd be so angry. I'd be so annoyed. So it's refreshing to see a character like Sam who just always has a smile on her face.
Honestly, yeah, it just kept like jumping through my head all these different elements. And of course, given your musical background, we see a bit of a musical element in Luck. Um, did it help make jumping into a different medium as your like first animated character? Did it help make things a little bit more familiar, having like that musical element?
Well, the thing that made it familiar as being an actor is just having a script.
Right.
That's the one thing that's like, oh, cool. Acting is so to me, I feel like I've been acting longer than I've been singing, but singing that part actually came in after we had started the process. So I didn't know that I was gonna be singing until like maybe a few months in, and I got really excited because I was like, oh, cool.
Oh,
This is I also love to sing, and that just makes me feel really excited to do that. So cool. I'm really happy that they decided to put that in because it's such a cute part of the movie. I love that part of the movie so much.
yeah, it honestly gives it like such a wholesome vibe, just in
Yeah,
general.
that's the word. That's the right word. That's
It's
the right
very
word.
wholesome, very wholesome. So I'm gonna wrap this up really quick with a fun question. Sam encounters a lucky coin that gives her good luck for a day. If you had your own lucky coin, what would you do with it?
Oh my God. I mean, I'd solve world hunger. Why hasn't that been done? It's just
that's
like
that's an easy one. Yeah,
and billions of dollars on other things that don't. Never mind. Anyway, that's what I would
yeah, that's a good one.
do.
Thank you so much for sitting down with me and taking the time to talk to me today. And congratulations again on the movie, on your role. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you so much, Juliana. I appreciate it. Thank you for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.